On behalf of the CDO IQ Symposium, CDO Magazine, and International Society of Chief Data Officers, we would like to welcome you all to the first country CDO Officer Ambassador Nigeria Symposium. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing the founder and creator of the CDO IQ Symposium, and a person who continues to lead the charge to impact the world on data leadership. My friend, Dr. Rich Wine, Executive Director of the CDO IQ program. Rich, would you like to say a few words?
Absolutely, and thank you, Robert. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the symposium. Next slide, please. I thought that it would interest you to show you some history of the CDO movement. So as you can see from the upper left corner, the first non-CDO with a business card is Kathy Dawes from Capital One in 2002. And up to 2010, there are a handful of CDOs. We count about 15 CDOs in the world. But since then, the field has expanded exponentially. By 2018, it was predicted that estimated that more than 4,000 CDOs are already in the world by 2019. And at that time, I thought it was a joke, but for sure, it wasn't. In 2021, we had MIT CDO IQ Symposium. We had 2,500 attendees attending the symposium. Almost all of them can be categorized as a CDO or de facto CDO. And next year, 2022, we are predicting 4,500 attendees to come to MIT CDO IQ Symposium. So that's kind of the trajectory is very good, and you are coming to the symposium in time. But let me come back to talk about a little bit of MIT's strategy going forward. Next slide, please. So we're in very good shape, and we now not worrying about whether CDO will survive for 6 months or 18 months. All signs indicates that major organizations are having a CDO in the company, and the US federal government is mandated to have a CDO in every federal agencies. At MIT, my dean asked me to make sure that I conduct pragmatic and rigorous research. On the one hand, use my hands to do things that are relevant to the CDO field, which is data leadership management and a toolkit for CDOs in practice. On the other hand, trying to come up with something called knowledge. In other words, it's not just a hearsay, but rather learn the success stories, the lessons learned, and see how organization can learn to continue to improve CDO practice. And another toy that I'm building now is called data washing machines. And so after all, if you can wash your clothes, why couldn't you wash your data? So that's a new field. In any case, I can tell you, and I'm happy to tell you that the CDO community is growing globally, thanks to the country ambassadors. Back to you, Robert.
Thanks, Rich. We'd like to take a moment and introduce the country CDO Ambassador Program. This program has been created so that the ambassadors can be empowered in each country to build, champion, and be the voice of data to the C-suite and the data community. The country CDO program was created by the three following founding organizations that share the goal of advancing the knowledge and accelerating the adoption of the role of the CDO in all industries and geographical countries. They are as follows: CDO IQ, the International Society of Chief Data Officers, known as iCDO, and CDO Magazine. And let me tell you a little bit about each organization. The CDO IQ's purpose is to advance the knowledge and accelerate the adoption of the role of the Chief Data Officer in all industries and geographical countries. The International Society of Chief Data Officers' purpose is as a society to run meetings with partner support for the exchange of ideas, trends in data leadership, and to provide a neutral, safe place for the discussion for data leadership. The CDO magazine's purpose is to provide a vision and mission to be the premier global print and digital communication, giving a voice to global leaders in strategic data management and analytic capabilities that form the foundation and core for digital age. In establishing the country CDO Ambassador Program, we defined the following purpose and mission: to enrich the global community with the country CDO Ambassador successes, to develop a champion of the region, one who facilitates a bidirectional communication between the country CDO ambassadors and their community, providing a vehicle for promoting successes and providing education while mobilizing efforts for the community. We're looking for someone to strengthen the local community ties, to be a focal point for your areas, providing support, assistance, guidance to each other when needed. Also to collaborate with academic, business, and government, as well as partners, as no one succeeds alone. To leverage all knowledge from all sources, and to celebrate successes and achievement of community members where everyone can be recognized. We have looked for authentic folks looking to build a community and being accessible. Basically, real folks solving real problems, being accessible for each other. And so it is in this vein that we're proud to recognize Dr. Oyewole as our country CDO ambassador for Nigeria. Known as Wally to his friends, Wally has jumped in and very quickly established the first international symposium, and we're all very proud of the work Wally's done for Nigeria, Africa, and the data community. We have chartered each ambassador to establish a local community and grow the recognition of data being truly recognized for the value it brings to the organization. Rich, I'd like to pass it back to you to close out.
Yes, and so enjoy the symposium. I want to point out to you that as a CDO in a company, the CDO must be empowered with budget, authority, and resources. And by the same token, we would like to empower the Nigerian ambassador with budget, which is registration fee from you, authority, which he is an ambassador, he's empowered to do on behalf of MIT CDO Symposium and CDO Magazine and the ISCDO Society, and resources, which one of them is you could get from him a complimentary virtual passes for 2021 MIT CDO Symposium, and depending on your contribution to the symposium. And enjoy the symposium, have fun. Looking forward to seeing you at MIT virtually or on MIT campus.
Thanks, Rich, and good luck, everyone.